Okay, so Ravindra had this question saying that we have not covered on the Kamachanda. In fact, out of the 5 hindrances, that was one hindrance which we had not covered completely or for various reasons. So then he was asking me, why are you not doing that? I had actually forgotten all about it. So now I think we can do that. So thanks to Ravindra to bring it up. Yes, sir, you go ahead.
But I thought there's one series where you started from the Anguttara Nikaya #1, right? Where you started on that female and all that. That's supposed to be related to Kamachanda.
Little bit, but that day I think there are a lot of things to cover. So I said we will come back to that later, and that eventually didn't happen. So we moved away from that. So he wanted to know, is there any special reason that I didn't cover? I said I didn't say anything. So I thought, yeah, we should meet. I said we will meet up on Saturday. And anyway, with Bobby and Mirin, we are supposed to meet today at 10 o'clock. I thought, let me combine. So anyway, Dhamma is Dhamma. It doesn't matter like that. Okay, so now quickly on Kamachanda, there is, for experiencing that on the, especially Kama, you have to refer to MN 13, that is Maha Dukkha Khanda Sutta. Okay. Now that sutta explains how you should see Kama. So we have to understand about Asada, Adinava, Nisarana, especially with Kamachanda. Meaning, let us say the Chanda, interest will come when we have Asada. Asada means taking pleasure, or it's literally sucking things out, is Asada. Adinava is danger and Nisarana is coming out of that. So with the Kama Chanda or Kama, we should, 1 second. Hi Chirag. How are you doing?
Hi Vilas, nice to see you. Nice to see everyone.
Yeah, same here. It's been long. Yes, good to see your face. Okay, so good time you have joined. So we are talking on Kama, sensuality. Okay, so before we begin, we have to have a distinction between two terms, sexuality and sensuality. They both are not the same. Even though sexuality has sensuality, but sensuality is different than sexuality. Okay, sexual is animal. Simple as that. It is only for reproduction. Okay. If we add, or if the mind adds sensual to sexual, and then it changes in a different way. So Buddha puts that as a Gamma Dhamma, the Dhamma of a villager, where he doesn't know that he is doing an animalistic thing, basically. So what we have done, we have made this sexuality the core. On that we have put a wrapper of sensuality. So let's say somebody wants to get married. They can just get married. But you have to put a lot of sensual thing and then call it as a first night. And you are doing only that thing. But then it looks something different now. You make it to pomp and splendor and fun and all that. And ultimately, if you see, we can't be on any clothes at all. So we bought so much clothes and so much of things just to strip. It's very funny. Now, why do you buy so much just to strip off? Why don't I just strip off as stripping off, right? I could have done that, but for that,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. You don't have to buy this many clothes, right?
Exactly. And then go book a hotel and convention center and call so many people to say that, hey, you know what I'm doing. You are doing what every idiot has done. So then there's nothing like that. And when the child is born, they again do the same thing, which looks weird. Meaning, you did that and you want to get a congratulation message that, hey, you know what, you did a very good job. Okay. So the first thing is we cover up sexuality through sensuality. You got the point? This is different. This coloring is karma. Food is food. But if you say it's pizza, it is karma. Okay, food is a food. There's nothing other than that. You just eat and that's there and it's a matter. Cloth is a cloth, just to cover. But if you say, I'm wearing, let's say, a denim of Levi's and Nike and this and that, that is karma. Branding it is karma, which is sensual. The requirement is there. I need to have a cloth. I need to have food. I need to have shelter. I need to have medicine. These are the 4 requisites. On this, if I put a nice blanket and make it colorful, that is karma, sensuality. In that, the primary thing is sexuality. If you literally go sexual, you don't like it. Okay, unless the mind is so much animalistic, you don't like so much of sexual. But if you add sensuality to it, you love sexual. Now let me give some example. There's a birthday of my wife and I buy her a ring or some necklace and we have some wine and then we have some cake and then and after that what? And then she says, you make love to me. Oh, how can I make love to a body? It's weird, but that's how it should be. And then you are loving it. Let's say, if that is a requirement, and then we're covering the sexual through sensual. So you have to do all of this, as gifting and this and that and eating and all of that, plus this. So now the question comes, can I only be sensual? Yes, you can be sensual, but it has limitation. Now we are coming into the limitation of sensuality. Just like sexuality has limitation, sensuality has the same limitation as sexuality. Meaning, if you keep on doing this birthday business for all the time, you'll get bored. If you start drinking coffee all the time, you get bored. If you're going to the same place, same hotel, same everything all the time, same airline, you'll get bored. Okay, so it should be something different. If it is same, it's arati, dissatisfaction. Instantly you will get dissatisfied. No matter how much good it was. Let's say I go to the airport, I go to a lounge, and I've been going to that lounge, so whenever I'm in the airport, I go to that lounge, is okay. But I want to only go to the lounge, doesn't make sense. Because now I want to see another airport. I've already seen this airport. So I want another one. I want another one. I want another one, because it's dissatisfaction. Now, why there is dissatisfaction is because there is nothing in there. It is created. You will have satisfaction only if there is something there. If there is nothing there, how can something give you the satisfaction? Let's say I have a wife and I have a husband. So I become the husband. She becomes the wife. It's created. It's sensual. So you will never find satisfaction at all. No matter what you do, you have a son, you have a daughter, no matter what you do, you'll find a fault in that because it's dissatisfying. Arati. Kama te patamasena arati dutiya uchati. It means the thinking, that is, what should I do? What should I see? What should I hear? What should I touch? What should I smell? What should I think? What all that needs to be done is kama. But I keep on thinking, oh, yesterday I went there, today I should go here, day before yesterday I did this, today I will do that. So this consistent thinking of what I want to do on sight, sound, taste, touch, smell is kama. What I should do. Kama te pathamasena. So it are the 10 armies of Mara. The first one is kama. It is a consistent effort on what I should do or what I should do. Now I did this, what next I should do? Oh, I had a walk, and now what next? I think I need to go for cycling. Okay, I just now did cycling, and what next I need to do? I think I need to go for a bike ride. Oh, I just now finished bike ride. Now what I should do? Maybe I should go on a car. Okay, then after that also I've done, and what next I need to do? Maybe I'll just book a flight ticket and go to somewhere. Okay, that also I did. Boring. I think I will go to a hotel. Okay, that also I did. Not next. I think I need to go for a jacuzzi. That also I did. What next? So this what next and what next and what next is the one which is kama. Because there's nothing out there. You just create a concept and jump into it. You find nothing there, and then again you go into that. So husband, wife, son, daughter, house, salary, money, you name whatever you want, right? United States, Australia, India, there's that. Everything is a concept. There's no thing out there. So it should create a dissatisfaction. It should. So somebody in the US wouldn't like US. They want something else now. And then somebody in Australia doesn't want Australia. They want something else. Somebody in India doesn't want India. So they want to go somewhere else. Yes.
Yeah, as I was listening, I was reminded of this word, I think by Schopenhauer. And he says it's a pendulum of life. On one side, you're dissatisfied of getting something. But once you got it, you become
even more
of it.
Yes.
Right, so these first two armies of Mara, most people are already caught up just between these two, because first you have kama, you want something, the desire is burning. You wanted to get it. But once you get it, arati hits you. Now again, you have to find something else to seek. So you're constantly beaten up by these two armies.
Yes. So then what to do? So the kama, the Sanskrit Pali word kama has more connotation. In English, you don't find anything which is satisfying. It's from two words, kama. It's kama, ama. Ama means ama, which is in Ayurveda. It's something which is putrefying. Okay. Ka is like kalyana. So ka is dirt. Lyana is to remove that dirt. One that removes that dirt is kalyana. So if we were to say someone, may you have kalyana, it means that let it be good. It means that it should first remove something. So ka plus la nya. So kalyana. So that's how that etymology is nirukti. Okay. So in the same way, kama is ka-ama, which is something to do with putrefaction, something disgusting. It is like vomit, basically. So when you vomit, you need to package it. in a nice container. Actually, it's vomit, but then I need to do something about it. So when you open it, you don't like it. So you're dissatisfied. So then it's gone. And then again, you require something else. And then again, you open it, you feel, this is not the one. And again, you open it, and you feel this is not the one. So all relationships are karma. You will not find anything. You get married, you feel disgusted about it. You have children, you get disgusted about it. You go to a particular hotel, you get disgusted about it. You go to a holiday, you get disgusted about it. Everything is disgust. So Buddha calls it jiguccha, disgust. It's basically you'll not find anything. Like, the child is born, and after that, you take care of it. Then it grows. Then schooling. Are you happy? No. Is the child happy? No. Both are happy? No. Then it grows. And then it goes to school and finishes secondary education, then the college, and then again the job, and again marriage. So there's nothing at all which can even be said is going to last more than one night. There's nothing in this world which lasts more than a night. What you did yesterday is completely erased off. There's nothing you can do. You can't go back and do something about it. So basically, you didn't get anything. From morning till night, I toiled. And when the night happened, I slept. And when I woke up, it's gone. It's completely gone. Not just gone. Nirodha. It's wiped out. And I say, yesterday I was doing it. What were you doing yesterday? Hey, what do you say? I was doing that yesterday. Okay, can you go back? No. Can you go to the future? No. So basically, staying in the present is no karma, because then the karma cannot happen, because you can't create a concept. So now Buddha explains in the Mahadukkha Khanda Sutta, to create a concept, you require 5 guna, pancha guna. That is, the first guna is seeing, the sight, seeing. The second guna is to hear. These two, we use it all the time. Seeing, hearing, seeing, hearing, seeing, hearing, seeing, hearing. And third one is keep on eating like one cow. Third. Then keep on touching something or the other. Feeling bored, so we take the mobile and there's nothing there actually. I just open it up, feel like this, I keep it back, and after some time again I feel bored, again I open this, again I do like this, and I see this in the office. I keep on laughing. What are they doing? So they again hold like this and keep it away. Again, after some time, they feel bored again and they take this, and then again, if that is not possible, then they take a cup of coffee. Okay. I need a coffee break. Boss, you just now had a mobile break and then you want a coffee break. So next is coffee break. So you have a coffee and the coffee goes away. And then you feel, I need to have some biscuits or cookies, brownie or whatever it is. So that's the next one. After that, what to do? Today is Saturday. Maybe I'll go for a ride. Okay, go for a ride. After the ride, what will you do? Fishing. Okay, after fishing, what would you do? I think I'll play golf. And after that, what are you going to do? After that, I've not met my friend, so let me go and meet him. After that, what are you going to do? After that, it's been long. I didn't have a whiskey. I think I need to have one light drink. It's been long. So then this is how I would spend my evening. And I come back, there is some sports or some, what we can say, now you have got this series which I have started. So people are watching a lot of series. So on Netflix or this Flix or that Flix, I sign up Amazon Prime and then look at it. Then after that, what to do? Feeling hungry. I think I need to go and eat. So you require 1, 2, 3. Minimum. Okay, 3. Fourth one is touching. Fifth one is smelling. We are not dogs, so we don't use this one much. But maximum use is eyes. Keep on seeing. Right, and then hearing and tasting. Minimum. And the fourth one, touching. Fifth one, smelling. So if you take a priority, maximum time goes in seeing, then hearing, then tasting, then touching, then smelling. So for karma, you require these 5. Now in each one of them, you require 6. What 6? So first it should be pleasing. Ittha. Ittha means pleasing. That means you should like it. It actually, ittha is to like, and it should be appealing for me to like it. So when I see all males in between one female, that is different. So my eyes has been searching for female in a male, so I get a female. So you got the point. It's not that I'm searching for female. In a male, there's something different. Always we go to look at the difference, not at same, because same is boring. If everything looks the same, then it's boring. Like in California, all houses look the same just to make it boring, but it's not really boring. Inside they make it colorful, outside it looks boring. Okay, so now let's take a scenario where I want it to be colorful. So which is colorful? Male is colorful or female is colorful? And that's the question. So ittha, liking will happen only when it is colorful, no, not otherwise. Okay. So what's the difference between United Air and Frontier? So Frontier Airlines have put just another animal and some crazy things. So if you fly by Frontier, it makes more sense than flying by United, for whatever reason. Okay. So when I had sat in the Frontier flight, I felt no different. An airline is an airline. It's a Boeing airline. So I don't think it's anything to do with UA or American Airlines or whatever it is. But the very fact you're in Frontier makes it totally different, because Frontier, from wherever I take, like from Chicago, I land up in Denver, because Frontier lands in Denver, and from Denver I need to change the flight. So it makes things totally look different, because Frontier. And that's a concept. That's a karma. So now I have sight, Frontier. Okay, I can see some animal or something they have put over there. And the air hostess looks totally different in Frontier than in American Airlines or in United. So that also is one another factor. And then how they speak. Frontier Airlines air hostess speak something funny. So they make some jokes, and the way they say is totally different. Or if I fly by Southwest or some other airline, it might be something different, but this is different. So we want to make different. So then the liking will come. If something is different, then you would like it to be different. Just like in India, Malia, he started an airline called as Kingfisher. Okay. So people started jumping from an airline called Jet Airways, and then Air India, the air hostess used to be fat and plumpy and very boring. And even if they were to give you some serving, they used to show it as though they are doing a favor. So when Kingfisher started for the very first time, the skin show was greatest. So these girls used to wear real short tights, okay, and then stocking, and then and he used to spend a lot of time in lot of money in advertisements, and also these what we can say, this calendar. So they used to get a Kingfisher calendar, and used to get a lot of freebies. So he used to give a umbrella and a bag and this and that and so many freebies for people who take on Kingfisher. So it's different. So what happened? There was a 36% drop of passengers flying Air India, and they all moved to Kingfisher Airlines. And Kingfisher started flying across India and also some countries, nearby countries. So Kingfisher was Kingfisher unless it became bankrupt for the same reason what he started with. So he used to make a lot of money in beer, and he used to fund it into the airline, but then it couldn't do that what he was thinking. So if you see this, if you make it different, the liking will come. So Itha. Then comes Kanta. So females are named in India Kanta. So if you really see what is the meaning of Kanta, it means that one who can make the person totally drawn into this person. Or they're just like, you have a bait. So you're part of the bait. So if somebody is kept as Kanta, like my auntie's name is Kanta. Okay. So if I were to see the name of it, so my uncle got lured by her. So she felt attracted to this. He felt attracted to this woman. So he saw her Kanta. It's so enamored by whatever she is. So they, in India, generally they name it as magnet. Yeah. So in India, they normally name the person Kanta, female. And to make it even more better, so the poets use it as Kante. That means even more. That means once you're drawn, there's no way you can exit. All doors are closed. So there's a usual way of seeing that is, there is a cobweb and the spider is sitting in the really in the corner, okay, waiting for the bait, and then this poor male thing will come, and it thinks that everything is okay, and it goes near the spider and starts kissing it and doing whatever, and it just holds it. Now that is what Kanta is. So the object with what I'm seeing, let's say if I say I'm fallen in love, let's say with any girl, if I go and say I love you, it means I'm already in Kanta. Because now I'm blinded. This, like the people who can't do anything, meaning they are so much lost in love that even while eating, they'll be thinking about, oh my goodness, okay, then they can't work, they can't sit, they can't stand. All the time that woman is coming or the man is coming, whichever way we put it, that is Kante, Kante, Kante. So Itha Kanta. Okay. Now this happened. Manapa means you can modify the way you want it. Okay, Manapa. As my mind is, so that object becomes. Let's say I tell my girlfriend, why don't you wear some even more hot dress? And she says, yes, why not? And she comes, I say, wow, what a beauty you are. I can't stand it. And that's Manapa. Same thing with food. Same thing with sight. Same thing with sound. So I go to a concert and he's exactly playing the song which I love to listen to it. I don't know how he found it out that I love this song and he's playing that. I'm lost. Manapa. So itta kanta manapa. Kama upasamhita. Meaning already I'm in this sensual thing. Upa is near. Samhita is drawn by that. So I keep it so close that if somebody asks me, can you give it? I say, have you gone out of your mind? This is mine. The Kam Upa Samhita. Then Piya Rupa. That Rupa is so Piya, meaning so Priya, so liking, so drawn by it, so much closer that there's no way I can give. Forget sharing. I can't even give it. Just show it also. No way. Piya Rupa. Then the last one is a danger one, Rajaniya. In fact, my friend's wife is by name Rajini. So Rajaniya means that it is completely that person's. That is, that object has taken him completely or taken her completely. So in the eye, when it touches the side, you start with Itta, then it turns into Kanta, then it turns into Manapa, then it comes into Kamupa Samhita, then it comes into Piyarupa, then Rajaniya. Enticing. Rajaniya is enticing. It will entice you. Yes, Aryo.
Now, I just want to mention the sutta usually puts Piyarupa before Kama Upasamhita. I guess there's a very big liking and then the holding near become apparent.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm going by how you experience it. But that is okay. I mean, if you want to do like that, it is fine. That's not hard and fast rule, but the way I have experienced, I just said that. Okay, but if you want to put it like on the sutta, it's like that. Just like I'll give another example where it might not work out well. Sariputta explains Nama like this. He says, Vedana, Sanya, Phassa, Chetana, Manasikara. Okay. But when I was investigating and trying to reason it out for myself, how I'm experiencing it, I'm experiencing it as without the phassa, there can't be any feeling. Without the feeling, there can't be any perception. Without the perception, you can't have any intention. And then you will do something about it. Okay, in the sutta, what you're saying, that's how it is. I agree. But I'm going by what I'm really experiencing, that how one draws to the other. So if you are able to see it that way, which is indicated sutta, it's good. Try it out. Okay. Yes, May, go ahead.
And the when Sariputta said that, is that for Chetana? Is that intention or
Yes.
thinking?
No, it is intention.
Intention. Thank you.
Yeah. So now you can't intend before these three things have happened. In the same way, you can't get into Piya Rupa unless you have kept it close. That's how I saw it. Okay. Anyway, coming back to this, is when you have an eye and sight, ear and the sound, nose and the smell, and body and the touch. Okay. In these five, no mind. You shouldn't bring mind here. There's nothing called as mind thing. It's only these five kama guna, because they are kama guna. The guna means quality. The quality of kama is these five senses. That's a quality. In that there are 6 attributes. Okay? And these attributes is what draws. the consciousness into. That is aswada in Sanskrit, asada in Pali, and pleasure in English. So when we say pleasure, it means these 5 guna. Sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, thoughts. So not thoughts. These 5 with 5 senses. Now, chanda is interest. So kama chanda is interest for these 5 guna. Correct. So if you are an anagami, it means that you have understood the guna of these 5 senses, which has nothing there. They are empty to the core, or just like a bottomless bucket, pit, or whatever we want to call it, and it's always dissatisfying. So husband is dissatisfying, wife is dissatisfying, student is dissatisfying, teacher is dissatisfying, life is dissatisfying. Simple, straight. If you think life is satisfying, you are in karma. The reality is life is dissatisfying. Okay, to make it satisfying, you have to do something about it. Meaning, I don't like this road, so I need to do something. I don't like this country, I need to do something. I need to migrate because it is so dissatisfying. But when I migrate to another country, that country is also dissatisfying in some other way. Okay, so then I have to make it satisfying. I want to make it satisfying. I want to make it satisfying. It cannot be satisfied. The 5 guna can never be satisfied, no matter what you do, how much you do, never be satisfying. Yes, Saryu.
I was having this discussion with my dad and his wife. Yeah, I'm visiting my dad, and we're having this discussion about whether it's satisfying and dissatisfying. So they're saying it's very satisfying. So I guess what I'm thinking, I'm wondering if people say that they're in anticipation of satisfaction, right? Because this is karma promise that they see the satisfaction because they're anticipating it. And because I guess the dissatisfaction is painful, so they try very hard to turn their eye away from it and just look at this anticipation.
Yes.
And that's how
yes.
to fool themselves.
Correct. So let me take an example from your, since you have shared video and pictures of with your father. He is mowing the grass. Why he should mow it? Because it will grow. So he has to mow it. Otherwise, it will be dissatisfying because there's so much of grass. He has to keep on mowing it. And he has such a huge property. So he has to maintain it. The lake has to be maintained. The boat has to be maintained. The sofa has to be maintained. The amount of furniture your father has, it looks like he is having a palace. I don't know how he's able to manage so many of them. Okay. And then he has to maintain his wife. Okay. And then you guys went for fishing. So then he has to maintain that. He has to maintain his yacht. He has to maintain his car. He has to maintain so many things. I don't know when he can maintain himself. He's doing so much of work on his huge property. I don't know why he should be spending so much time if he was so satisfied with it. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, and this is only one of the places, and he used to have 3 places which he rotates around.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, you have told me that.
Like 5 acre of grass or something, so he has to spend 8 hours to mow every week.
Yeah,
and the tires breaking, the air's leaking, and then he has to fix this, buy the trucks to get this thing, and it's just so much work. And the other place had 5 lakes in that property. And then he has to maintain the water in the lake, and it's crazy. And but he so it's satisfying, and that's the
Yes.
argument.
See, okay, now we see why there is satisfaction. Why there is satisfaction is because he loves what he's doing. See, in that Kama Upasamhita is the one which is making him do that. He has kept his 5 lake that property close to his heart, and that lake place where you're staying is again another one of his own creation. Okay, so he bought the property due to liking Ittha. Then he fell in love with it is Kanta. Then he is able to mow the land and do all those things is Manapa. But the fourth one is the one which is holding him close and tight. If anything holds you close and tight, you will not find it dissatisfying. Even though it is dissatisfying, it will make you feel that you are doing it out of your love for that. Right? So that is that. Like in the while I was visited my friend in Philadelphia, he has a 4-acre land, and then he has this bath tub kind of a thing, a huge one, where 20 people can, like you have that swimming pool which you are taken on photograph, something similar to that, but this is a hot tub. Okay, and it is completely electronically controlled, so you just put all the heaters and all that, and the temperature in Philadelphia at that time was -4. So we just took off all our clothes and we jumped into the hot tub. Okay, the amount of effort the wife and the husband put to keep that temperature is phenomenal, only to just get into the water. And that's all. It's like, mad guy who is stripped himself and jumping into the water in the cold winter. Who would do it? And then he said, Vilas, you should jump here. I said, oh my God. Oh, what to do? But he's saying, I can't say no to it. So you have to jump into the pool. Okay, here it is. And it's hot. But when you come out, is it hot? It's again cold. It's freezing. So -4 degrees is not something worth taking that risk. But we took that risk of jumping into the pool. Anyway, so if somebody loves it like that, like he had got three kittens and 1 dog, and he had also 1 wild animal. Okay, and he pets all of these. So his whole life, okay, he's been on that. He's an Air Force major, so he's been on all of these funny things. So he keeps on keeping things in his house. So it's pain. He goes to New York, he goes so many places, buys something, comes back, dumps in his house, and he feels so great. Yeah, that's Kamupa Samhita. So your father is also having that. So if he has that, then the other 2 are also true. He will have Priya Rupa. He will not give it off unless there is something which makes him crazy to give it off, or he gets good amount of money which he is ready to forego this property, and then it makes sense. So Priya Rupa and Rajaniya, it's so enticing for him. Yes, go ahead.
And because of these love for this property, the mind gets into so much trivial dispute with the neighbors. And
Correct.
his whole land with 2 parcels is like 30 acres. But the neighbor is just, his property line is literally like 2 meters into the road of the neighbor. The neighbor is cutting several trees on that road, which is literally trivial compared to the size. But he's complaining, why is he cutting this tree without asking me? This is privacy, and this is, he should not be cutting these things. And it's so much, he showed me, this is the electronic box, this is the property line. which is just a few feet away from the road. And he said that the neighbor should not be doing anything here. I can sue him if he just touched this. And the mind gets into so much anger.
Absolutely. So you can tell your father you have got Kamupa Samhita. Okay. I don't know how much he's going to understand that, but it's okay. So, but he has huge property. So I and my wife were talking about that. How does he maintain this? It's burden. 30 acre of land in one place and one lake and boat and all of that. My God, how can he really manage it? I'm not able to manage this apartment where I'm staying. And your father is, my goodness, he has how many rooms there in that? It was, I don't know, crazy. Chirag, have you seen his photograph?
Yes, but I've seen the photograph of the lawn. I think I had the same, let's say, feeling as you. It's like when I saw the lawn, I was like, this looks like so much fun.
Yeah, and then he and his, that is his father and grandson are having a good time with a mowing thing. So they are mowing the grass and for long. Yes. Yeah, Bobby, go ahead.
That's it, Marin, yeah?
Yeah, Mary.
So we are talking about the material world, and we I told that we went to that Guruji's house yesterday, and the Mataji there, like she has got like books in her room. So she hardly has any space to sleep. She sleeps on the floor, but all her room is full of books, and she wants Shivananda Gurus and also Chidanandaji and all those books. So she's been calling me and saying like, Parvati, I need to get this out, but then I don't know how to do it. And I said like, you need to let go.
Exactly.
How do you tell that? And I said to her yesterday, or did you manage to get rid of some? She said like, don't go into that room. It's still the same. And so, how do you tell people who even she for example, like, she has really like no, like, it's not, we clearly know they are not sensually attracted, but these kind of things, like even the spirituality is like so attachment, like so much of attachment. They've got books after books. I think their whole house is full of books.
Yeah, which is equivalent, which is in sensuality, out of the 6 things, the last one, Rajaniya, enticing. Enticing need not be only this material. Even a concept is enticing. Okay, when you create a concept, it is enticing, meaning it will pull you so much inside. You start feeling that is true. So it starts just with liking, that's all. And it transforms itself into an enticing experience. And can be book. Okay, why that? There are people who don't even throw out the pillow because they feel from my childhood, this is my childhood memory. Okay, my ex-boss is there. He is in India, he is in Bangalore. He has built a huge house, very huge one. And in that huge one, he has kept all his school times books, his school time, then his college, then his children's school, then his children's college. And they have settled down in the US now, the children. Only husband and wife stay here in Bangalore. And a whole weekend, what they do, they keep on referring to that book. So he made one library. He showed me the library. I was wondering what library am I seeing? It's like, first grader, second grade, third grade, like that, and the 10th grade, and then the college, and some certificate, some this, some that. I said, where is the library? Vilas, you can't see this. This is my library. Oh, very good. He doesn't want to throw a single book away. Okay. And he had got a gold medal in engineering. in one of the subject. So he has kept books of that. Okay, and he had put one research paper that's very old, meaning that paper itself is eaten away by some insects. And that he has kept it because that has gold there. Right? So now what you have to say to that? He's a very intellectual person. Yes, he doesn't like this material thing much. But if you talk to him about books and books and books, he has all kind of books. So the whole house is converted one huge room of library. Now anybody touching that, they says, be careful. Careful of what? Oh, be careful because the paper might come away. She's having so much attachment to that, which is Rajaniya.
Hope he won't be born like a worm inside.
Maybe I feel maybe he might become a bookworm sitting in the same book where he had got the gold medal.
There is that story about Ajahn Brahm's book, like how one monk was attached to his robes and he was born as an insect inside.
Yeah, but that is in the sutra.
Yeah.
There is Sutta.
Yeah.
It's there. So, what we need to understand about Kama is this much. Now we can understand Chanda. The Chanda is the interest. So to do that, first you have to remove the interest. Meaning, if you want to come out of Kama Chanda, first you have to remove the interest by seeing the drawback. So what's the drawback of Kama? He can't be satisfying. No, you're wrong, Vilas. I am feeling fully satisfied. Okay, great. Now Buddha gives the danger of that. He says, look, you have to learn something, some trade and do this, and you will not get what you want. Okay, then you will have to keep on pursuing it and you will not get what you want. Then there are fights. Like in the office, there are politics. And there is favoritism. Okay, and there is racism. Then there is thisism, thatism. So many isms are going to be there. All for Kama. All for Kama, nothing other than Kama. Right? And then there is property fights. Then there are dispute relating to patents. There are dispute relating to how you should behave. There are dispute relating to just about everything in life. And all you can see is a dispute. You don't see anything else other than a dispute. If Kama was such good thing, then why there are disputes? Why should a husband divorce a wife, or why should a wife divorce a husband? Because they first fell in love. As simple as that. So if Kama was so satisfying, then there wouldn't be any divorce. If children were so good, then why do parents feel totally sorrow about it? Let's say yesterday I had gone to my brother's home, and that's the reason I had informed this Maharashtra group that I'll be late. Now, there are only 3 people. My brother, his wife, his daughter. Only 3 people in the house. Just like we 3 here, there are 3 there in my parents' home, which is just walkable distance. My brother is going through a agonizing moments with his wife and his daughter. And the other 2 keep on complaining about my brother. So now I and my wife have become like a, what we can say,
Mediator.
not mediator. We become like a therapist. So my son has named it as the rapist, because that therapist, THE, you just make it the and rapist. So they become the rapist. Because they come here and we have to listen. Okay. Okay. Now there's no answer to that. I mean, we can't interfere and say that, hey, you are wrong, he's right in this one. So yesterday it so happened, it was my sister-in-law birthday, and we generally don't celebrate birthdays. Now for us, it is a death day rather than a birthday, but for them it is a birthday. So now my brother and his wife had come last week. Last week was my wife's birthday. So they had bought a cake, and we don't eat cake. But now they are here, they do all of those things which we don't like, and we can't complain. So they had brought one cake, we ate it. Now they did it, we had to do it. So last Saturday was my wife's. So this Friday was hers. So if we don't do it, it's bad. So we went to the same store where they had bought the cake. So we also bought the cake, and we went to their home. And we don't have anything called celebration. So me and my wife, we don't have anything called birthday. But for somebody else, there is a birthday. So we had to go and wish them for birthday. Hey, happy birthday to you. Then the cake. So now we have to keep on watching, because the husband doesn't talk to the wife, and the wife doesn't talk to the husband. The daughter doesn't talk to the father. Now what to do? We are just sitting like this, and I'm watching. Oh, time is now 7. Now, if I had started this Uposatta Sutta, I think it would have been the best thing that could have happened. So instead of that, I'm sitting here and just watching when this will end. 7:10 over, 7:15 over. At last, she cut the cake. Said, "Wow, done, over." So now I told, look, it's Uposatta anyway. I can't say it's Uposatta. She will go mad. So then I said, today is Amavasya, I can't eat anything. Anyway, in the night, I don't eat anything that everybody knows. So I told them that I don't eat. You pack it and give it to me. I will take it home tomorrow morning, I'll eat it. They said, yeah, good idea. We'll give it to you. It's an ice cream cake. So we put it, brought it here, kept it inside. This morning, I ate it. Anyway, so my lunch is also over, because so much of calorie has come, so done, taken care until tomorrow morning. So the basic thing is, if family life was such a good thing to have, why can't the daughter speak to the father? The ground they have is, she is forward looking, meaning my brother wants her to wear clothes completely closed. The body the skin shouldn't show. And the daughter is of the opinion that everything should be seen. Now the mother is also wearing such clothes. So he is in double trouble now. And the daughter, just to make my brother feel unhappy, she has bought a skirt for her mother. Okay. Now this lady is going to wear the skirt. It looks so odd. I don't know. So my wife was thinking, what has gone wrong with them? But that's the truth. So now they both are in sensual world, the daughter and her mother. So itta kanta manapa kamupa samhita piyarupa rajaniya. Now the rajaniya has happened. It's enticing. The amount of Instagram photos they put on the, I sometimes fear if somebody were to hack their account, so much of unwanted stuff is carried away. But I don't know, nobody can talk to them. So crazy, really crazy. Yeah, you can see how the karma takes over, and yet they're dissatisfied. That's the fun part of it. Yes, are you go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking a similar thing where only the day before we were having this big debate on whether it's satisfying, and they are so convinced it's so satisfying, and a little bit of dissatisfaction is there. That's the overall argument. But only that night, like at 2-3 a.m., I hear shouting, fighting, and in the morning, my dad is like, she wants a divorce. This is boring for her, so many places, but she wants to go to Asia. This fishing in the ocean is more fun. And then this is becoming so boring.
Yeah.
After this discussion.
Yeah. So what else it is then, right? See, she's the owner of a property owner who owns so much of property, so much of lakes and so many things, and yet she finds it boring. And what else should be called as dissatisfaction then, right? So this is what it is all about. So nothing in this world is satisfying. So why it is satisfying is because of interest. If you remove the interest, the very instant it becomes dissatisfying. You're pursuing it just for interest. So what Buddha says is that evaluate the interest. So their interest is going to be there. Put the interest on something else, not on the karma, because wherever you put the interest, it is going to grow. If you put it on karma, it becomes kama chanda. Okay. It doesn't mean that then you put interest on, it's a iddhipada, right? It's actually iddhi. So spiritual interest is yet an interest, right? It's an interest. So the interest had to be put from here to there, but you can't remove the interest. You got the point? So wherever you put interest is going to grow. Because the very thing about interest is to grow. So if I put an interest in this mobile phone and I becomes enticing, it becomes Rajaniya, this one. But the same mobile phone, I can use it for spiritual, meaning I can go through a sutta and I can understand and do all the same mobile phone, right? There's nothing different. But the interest is different now. This is on sensuality. This is coming out of sensuality. So how you remove it is by looking at a danger. So in the Mahadukka Khanda Sutta, he explains the dangers. If you work out on the danger, the interest will go away. If you work out on the interest, it will never go away. It will increase because interest is interest. You got the point. So that's the reason in the, what is that? Mula. Kim Mula. What is the root? Root. So, Kim Mulaka Avuso Sabbe Dhamma. Chanda Mulaka Avuso Sabbe Dhamma. That Chanda you can't remove. Chanda means interest. You can't remove the interest. That's because that's a Mula. But you can do something with that. Yes, interest is going to be there. I can have an interest to know a woman. I can have an interest to know the mother. Like the other day, we were having this, metta. So I was saying that I have so many mothers sitting in this forum. And that's still an interest. But that makes you to cry because you see mother. If I see a woman, and that makes it sensual, because that becomes objectifying. Whereas this becomes something you can feel, oh my goodness, my mother has taken so much of pain to get me here. And every mother is doing the same exact thing. So the sensuality is gone. In the eyes, in the ear, in the nose, tongue, body, all the five. If you remove in one, the remaining four also goes away. That's the advantage. You don't have to remove in all the five. Just remove in one. The other four will just become, they just roll back. So if you remove in eyes, the ear, nose, tongue, body, all are gone. If you do it in ears, the remaining four goes away. You remove in the tongue, the other four will go away. So you have to do in one, not that you have to do in all. You have to do in one. And that's it. So in the Metta Sutta, while we were doing, I was just talking about this, there's another lady who comes, apart from Supriya. So I was saying that I have got so many mothers. The very thought of that, the very thing about it, it makes it totally different. The interest is the same. Woman is a woman. But you can make it as an object or you can make it as a mother. If you have a mother, you suddenly are transformed. The same thing, there's no difference. So the ittha is not there. So now you see how it drops. There's no liking. Okay, so ittha, kanta is not there, because I can't call Supriya or Merin as kanta. Then manapa, I can't see the way I want to see them. Manapa is gone. Kamupa samhita, I can't put them closer to my chest and say that, wow, what a association. Then Priya Rupa, there's no Priya Rupa there. And there's no enticing, Rajaniya. Simple. Gone. Okay, so what I need to do is look at the interest, use the Yoniso Manasikara. Okay, the Manasikara is going to be there, Chanda is going to be there. So I need to use the Yoniso Manasikara, that means thoughtful reflection, and remove the mind which is going to get attached to the sensual. Remove it and put it on something which is divine. And that is pahana, cutting it off. So asada adinava nissarana. So sarana is running around, nissarana is cutting off that, turning around. So there's nothing called turning around. So in that way, I can easily manage it. Oh, May is also there. I forgot because there's no video of her. So there are 3 women right now. If I consider, if I'm able to see 3 mothers instead of women, the interest is the same. But I see no woman but mother. And that is literally fulfilling. So you feel so connected that you feel, oh my goodness, I have so many mothers in my life. It's amazing experience. And that's it. It's done. So now you have cut the sensuality. Once you cut the sensuality, you are in anagami. So you have done. Yes, go ahead, Ari.
Just to clarify, seeing this number of mothers, is it to be seen as my mother or
No.
mother in general?
Mother in general. Again, my means again that kama will come in another form now. There's nothing called your mother. See now.
So basically, see them as women who suffered for their kids.
No. You see it like this, Aryu. Now you take a case of Supriya, May and Merin. When they were single, okay, they were having menstrual problems, body pains, etc. When they got married, that didn't stop. Now, whichever child came inside there has taken them completely, meaning they have to give their complete body to that child. Literally like surrendering to a being, right? Somebody is possessed. Okay. Now, after that, the childbirth is not an easy thing, right? So she has to go through the labor pain. Okay. And then if she has to go for a C-section, then she has to allow the body to be cut. Even if it is a normal delivery, the pain she undergoes before the baby comes out is excruciating. So considering that I was in that mother, whichever mother that is, it's the same. Whether I was in my mother's womb, I was in Merin's womb, or I was in Supriya's womb, or in May's womb, or whoever womb, it's the same. It's not going to change. So I have troubled that mother, which I can't repay. A mother is a mother anyway. So like Anjana, she's another mother. So I don't have a wife, I have a mother. Because she's treating me like a mother, like a son. She takes care of everything. So I don't have a wife. This is a good thing. Yes, go ahead.
So if I understand correctly, the focus is still on the pain.
Yes, on the pain.
Taken, right. Yeah, so that's why I was asking if the seed that they're taking.
Yes, but don't take it as your mother. Yes.
No, so you say no. Okay. I was wondering what's the difference between.
No, there is a difference. If you take your mother, you are restricting yourself. Your mind will not grow. You'll not be able to expand. Like in the current.
Yeah. Yes, my mother, but I was saying that there's a lot of pain that's taken for kids.
No. You have to see from the other side. To see from the mother side, not from your side. When you're doing that kind of meditation, you should see it from the mother side, not from your side. If you say from your side, you have never had that pain. You can just imagine the pain, right? Like your wife. Like,
yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah. See, like your wife, she has given birth to your son, but she's taken the pain. Whatever said and done, she's taken the pain. So now if you see from her perspective, she has to sacrifice her body. Whether she likes it, she dislikes it, or whatever it is, the body is used by somebody, right? And that's the fact. So we have to see it in that way. Just like in the Karaniya Metta Sutta, Mata Yata Niyam Puttam, Ayusa Eka Puttam Anurak. If you really see it, you can literally can't stop crying, because it's basically she has taken so much pain to get you there. And every being, if you see like that, you feel, wow, what an enlightening effect, actually. Like, are you, nowadays, everybody's crying in these videos. If you see, apart from you used to cry the maximum. Now you have a competition. You have many people who are crying. So now that you are not here, actually, if you just do like this, and he'll start crying, and then he'll go for hours together. So now you have got a lot of competition of people crying. Okay, so it's nice. So we can have one thing called as this crying club. So where we have all crying in one way or the other. So basically, if you see from the mother's perspective, when meditating, if you want to get into anagami stage, see from the mother's perspective. Don't see from your perspective. If you see from the mother perspective, you literally feel everything for every being in this world. From a little spider to a mosquito to everything, you start to feel. Look at the ant colony. The mother or that queen, that one will keep on laying eggs and eggs and eggs and eggs and eggs. So many eggs. And it's in pain, laying so much eggs. Like a colony of eggs. And when the little one comes, she has to keep track of it. You should just see what happens there. She keeps track of every ant which is coming out. Can you believe it? It's so painful. And these other ants will go find food, bring it. So it's like a factory, right? So they bring the food, and then the food is given to the child and then to the mother, and there's nobody to take care of the mother. So then another set of ants will go and bring some food to the mother, and that mother will eat because she can't move. After laying so many eggs, she can't move. Isn't the same thing happening in human? So we have to see it in that way. Then when we see from the mother's perspective, it makes it more easy to see. And that is when the kama chanda is removed, and then you get pure love. Because now that kama is gone. So the itta, kanta, manapa, all that is gone, and then you're free. Because now you have seen the danger, you have cut out, the interest is gone. Kama chanda pahana. Yes, you cut it off. So you did a vinaya. Kama chanda vinaya is that you discern to see what is real, what is unreal. Now you saw a woman from a mother perspective. So the woman is gone. And that's it. You're done. So now there's no longer a womb existence. Because you're seeing the woman means you're wanting the womb. Now you cut the woman and there's no womb. Simple. Out. You're done. You're anagami. And that's it. Ravindra, that is the shortest explanation I can give on the Kamachanda.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.